All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for continuing to join us throughout the day here at the Lytham Partners Fall 2025 Investor Conference. Again, my name is Robert Blum, managing partner here at Lytham. And next up, we are joined by Lenny Sokolow, the co-chief executive officer for SKYX Platforms, who will be delivering a presentation. Just a reminder, the company trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol SKYX. Lenny, thank you so much for joining us here today. The floor is all yours.
And thank you very much, Robert, and appreciate being back again and being given the opportunity to give the SKYX story and an update for those of you who've been following us. As we said last time, we were working on some very big things, and true to our belief, these have come to fruition, and we have more in store for us. So let me start just with a brief overview, 3-minute video on our products, and then we could continue.
SKYX Platforms. SKYX. The future is here. Advancing, simplifying, while saving time, cost, and lives. SKYX's technologies won 7 CES awards and has nearly 100 US and global patents and patent applications. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb that for many years was installed by twisting hazardous wires until inventing the Edison base that became the global standard in every home and building for billions of light bulbs. Billions of fixtures are installed annually while touching hazardous, dangerous wires and risking lives. SKYX has a goal to follow Edison's path to become a US and global standard in homes and buildings for billions of fixtures, including smart home, AI, lighting, and fans, to become plug and play, advancing their performance, making homes become safer and smart within seconds, while saving time, cost, and lives. Our Gen 1 SkyPlug enables a safe installation of light fixtures, ceiling fans, smart home, and electronics within seconds, making it safe, easy, and convenient for the user. First-time installation takes a minute to install, and it is safe to touch. SkyPlug is recognized as part of the NEC, the National Electrical Code, and mentioned in multiple publications, acknowledging the safety and the usability that its technology brings to the electrical profession. Our Gen 2 is a smart SkyPlug, takes only seconds to install, and is integrated with the newest technologies and platforms. The SkyPlug Smart is integrated with many smart features, including phone control, voice control, energy-saving eco mode, scheduling, dimming, works with Siri, Alexa, Google, Cortana, and SmartThings. It has an emergency light, night light, color-changing light. Our Gen 3 Sky all-in-one smart home platform enhances your all-around lifestyle, making your home become smart and safe instantly. It includes the most advanced, smart, and safe features that are necessary for every home. The Sky platform installed safely and simply within minutes to the top center of your ceiling, blending inconspicuously with your decor. The Sky platform is integrated with a backup power failure LED light. In the center of the Sky platform is embedded the Sky outlet, as approved by the National Electric Code. SkyPlug lighting, fans, and accessories can connect with the click of a button to the Sky platform. A series of Sky platforms installed in a home could repeat Wi-Fi signal and play the same music throughout the house. In the event of a fire, the integrated smoke and CO2 sensor would make an alarming sound. The Sky Home app can easily control light intensity, motion detector, light color control, temperature and humidity monitoring, room-to-room intercom, control volume and music in each room. SKYX Platforms.
So just to give everyone some idea of what we've accomplished recently, and then I'll get to some of the details on what we've got and what we've achieved, to date. Recent announcements included SKYX being chosen to enable a new Miami $3 billion urban smart city. And so this city we are expected to deploy over 500,000 of our units of our products. And that includes our plug and play platform technologies and AI ecosystem. We've got the financial backing from U.S. and global manufacturers to support this very large product deployment. This is a 63-acre mixed-use urban smart city in the Miami Little River District. If you could see a picture of this, is downtown Miami in the foreground, Wynwood just north where they have Art Basel, South Beach. And this is a 63-acre parcel. The developers who've been developing in Miami for decades, two major ones, got a 200-year land lease from the city of Miami. And the cornerstone of that land lease was that incorporating the SKYX system and smart technologies distinguishes them and it from other smart cities. And the reason why the builders are doing this is because it saves them time and money with respect to fixtures and smart installations. And we'll explain a little bit why. But it'll be over 5,700 apartments, restaurants. They're building a tri-rail station there, and parks. And so the developers are SG Holdings and the Swerdlow Group. And the architecture firm is Architectonica, which is world-renowned. And they claim to fame from years ago was the Microsoft building in Paris. And so this is groundbreaking. And the fact that we've been chosen to make this smart speaks for itself. So the gives you some flavor of what we've been achieving and have achieved. And then I just also wanted to share with you a little bit about the penetration we recently announced with the hotels. And I'm going to go to the next. With respect to the hotels and what we recently announced, that gives some idea of one of the channels we've been developing is what we did, a demonstration in a Marriott Spring Hill Suites. One of our lead investors, for even from the time before we went public, owned 60 Marriotts and 20 Hiltons. And the branded hotels, need to renovate every 7 years. Some do refreshments earlier than that. And so the idea of using our products that are plug and play, like the commercial builders and developers, it saves them time and costs to install. And so what we did is it's a little demonstration of what we did with that Marriott property.
SKYX showcases its advanced, safe, and fast install lighting technologies in a Spring Hill Suites Marriott hotel renovation. First-time installation into a standard electrical outlet box takes a minute. In hospitality renovations, every second counts. With SKYX, replacing or installing light fixtures takes just seconds, making it safe, easy, and cost-efficient. Traditional installation of lighting and exit signs takes a lengthy amount of time. Now, with SKYX's technology, an entire room takes only minutes to install. SKYX's installation system reduces significant time and cost while enhancing the safety of the hotel, its employees, and guests. SKYX delivers fast, professional results for hotels and buildings, simplifying renovations, enhancing safety, while reducing costs and time. Design meets function, mirrors with backlighting, installed in seconds with SKYX. SkyPlug transforms maintenance. No wires, no delays. Simply plug, click, and you're done. SKYX. Innovation, speed, safety. The future of hospitality starts here, saving time, cutting costs, while maximizing safety and efficiency. SKYX's technology is approved by UL, NFPA, NEC, and by ANSI, NEMA.
Okay, well, thank you, and gives you some idea of some of the inroads we've recently made, and just to go through a little bit of what we've accomplished, and a refresh as to the SKYX. We do believe we're the future of homes and buildings. We have an unbelievable advisory board that's active. It's not, they're not figureheads. Steve Schmidt is a former CEO of Nielsen and president of Office Depot International, is our president. Bob Nardelli, former CEO of Home Depot, Chrysler, and GE Power Systems, is an active advisor He assisted us in our relationship that we've announced before with Home Depot and the channel that we've built and building with them. Al Weiss is the former president of Disney Worldwide Parks, Hotels, and Resorts. Again, the application of our products for commercial and for the hoteliers is really material in terms of cost savings. Our lead director is Governor Tom Ridge, two-time governor of Pennsylvania, first the head of Homeland Security. I've been on the board with him for over 14 years. Lance Shaner, who owned that Marriott, as well as the 60 and the 20 Hiltons, he has been an active advisor on our advisory board and a shareholder. And probably the most important and least known is Mark Early, who's the former head of the National Electrical Code and the chief engineer of the NFPA. And the electrical code is a national federal code for standards and safety. He led that, and he retired, and 3 months later joined us and on our code team. And he's actually assigned our application for our last step from beyond all the standards we've already achieved for mandatory. He, along with Eric Jacobson, the former CEO of the American Lighting Association, and these two gentlemen have probably done and facilitated the most electrical code changes in the U.S. Khadija Mustafa, former global head of Microsoft AI, strongly believes our Generation 3, which you saw, is the best, provides the best location for chip and AI, chip and data aggregation. She says there is no hub in a home or a room, commercial or residential, for aggregating data. You have Nest, you have Ring, you have a smart TV, but nothing in the center of the room for data and AI chip performance. And Paul Chernowski is our insurance guru, founded Endurance Car Warranty. I hear him on the radio all the time. He found it, he sold it, and bought it back again. And we believe that as we roll out all our products, the insurance industry will provide incentives, if not discounts, for encouraging people to use our products. And Patty Behrens, our COO and our UL and technology expert. We've got our mission has been to create a world on the ceiling for technologies and products, making homes and buildings safe and smart. We have over 100 patents and patents pending. 45 have been issued. It's U.S. and global, China, India, Europe. We have over 60 websites that we acquired in 2023 to educate and enhance our market penetration in both B2C, retail, and B2B, the professional. Our total addressable market in the U.S. is over $500 billion and over 4.2 billion ceiling applications, if you count the number of homes, apartments, et cetera, and how many receptacles are in a home. And that's not including the commercial. So our revenue streams come from retail and the professional segments, and beyond product sales, we believe will begin to generate royalties, licensing, monitoring, data aggregation, and then sell global country rights. We measure our penetration through how many receptacles we have in the market. By the end of Q3, we believe we'll have approximately 40,000. The receptacles are our razor, we call it, and that we measure it that way because we know that anything that plugs into it is the product we've made or that we've licensed, because our patents cover both the receptacle and the plug. And we've already established B2B, builders, pros, Home Depot, GE, Wayfair, electrical suppliers, our websites. That's all been established and disclosed. And the insurance companies we discussed. This is our revenue history, 23, 58.8, 24, 86.3 million. We've had quarter-to-quarter sequential comparative growth, and we're just starting to penetrate by the end of this 2025 with more products and with longer margins. We did a private equity round led by Lance Shaner, the Marriott guy, about a year ago. A lot of insiders have participated and have always participated in our financing. These are the relationships we have: Home Depot, Wayfair, Kichler, which is the world leading lighting company, Quoizel, the oldest in the US, Eglo, the biggest in Europe, and Rui, the largest Chinese manufacturer. So the smart city we discussed, I showed you, and the footprint. These are our three products: Generation 1, 2, and 3. The Generation 1 and 2 are in the market. Smart works with your voice, Alexa, Google. Our app has been out there in the market. It's all cloud-based, and we could do over-the-air updates, just like an iPhone. And then by the end of this year, we plan on being in production with our Generation 3 all-in-one, which will have every device, every option, and it's an open platform. We could add anything that's not invented now. We could add, because what do we provide? Unlimited electrical power in the center of a room, and unlimited electronic real estate, because this is about the size of 5 iPhones, the chipsets. So we approached the regulators because of the standards and safety, just like the wall plug in 1904, the Edison bulb that didn't become a standard until they had the Edison base, the GFCI, which became mandatory in the 80s, and the hair dryers that you added this plug in the 1991 because people were getting hurt in bathrooms and dropping the hair dryers and curling irons and sinks and bathtubs, et cetera, and fires from the cord. And then we come along solving this problem. It's safe. It's a double locking mechanism. Each bearing holds 200 pounds, and this junction box is only coded for 50. Just like exit signs, emergency lights, airbags, and seatbelts. This is why the regulators have created us as a standard. We've solved this problem and the safety aspect and the time and the cost. And so that we have our TAM calculation, which we could provide in detail further. And when we went to the regulators, we said, this is the equivalency concepts. You know, why aren't we an approved outlet? Here you have a junction box in the ceiling. Here's one on the wall outlet, our outlet, cover plate. Everything's the same. You know, and why this is from 1904. You know, it's time. We went to space, you know, and went to the moon over 50 years ago. And keep in mind, by the way, that our patents cover the receptacle and the plug that goes into it, and about a third of our patents have to do with smart technology. And anything that touches that's smart, that's a sensor that touches either side of this is our patents. We have very broad patents that cover sound, voice, smoke, CO detector, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. So the regulators have since, you know, now over the last 13 years voted us into 10 paragraphs of the electrical code. We got historic approval from over 2 years ago now by ANSI and NEMA. Most people don't understand that what ANSI is. ANSI it's the American National Standardization Institute and the National Electrical Manufacturers Association. Buildings, you know, have standards that they have to meet, the specifications like rebar and concrete. They voted us as a standard, and we're ANSI approved besides all the 10 segments. So as a result of this, and by the way, the architects are already training their architects in their continuing education for safety on our product. And so the result of all this is that the definition of receptacle after 120 years, they changed the definition to include not only this wall outlet, but our receptacle. And this is groundbreaking. And as a result of that, builders can now, like they do a wall outlet and they want to get their certificate of occupancy or a permit for renovation, they don't have to plug lamps into this to show it works. The same thing with our receptacle now that we're defined as a receptacle, they could get their CO by just putting this in the ceiling or a wall sconce or an outdoor light fixture before they put the fixture in, saves them time. So the electrician, you know, there's a wall outlet, we don't take anything away from the ceiling outlet. It's 3 wires hanging there, and you put in our receptacle and you screw in the bracket, and that takes a minute. And then when you want to light up the building, or the house or the room, it's click, click. So that's why it's cost savings and time savings. And so more important is that they've given us an electrical code, a generic name, just like the GFCI. I know it's in your bathrooms. They didn't want to call it ABC Corporation, GFCI. So they gave it the name ground fault circuit interrupter. Now they've given our product in the code. They didn't call it SKYX. They called it the WSCR, weight support ceiling receptacle. That's codified. That's happened. And this is what a lot of Wall Street doesn't understand. And they did this because people are dying and getting hurt. Their own data from the National Fire Protection Association says that there's approximately 400 deaths per year from people putting ceiling wires for fixtures in wrong. They get electrocuted. They may work for a year or two, the fixtures even, but then fires would start if they're not put in right, or they'll arc and spark. And then tens of thousands of injuries. And then ladder falls are just, if not more, material of people falling off ladder. Thousands of deaths and tens of thousands of injuries. So this is why they've put us in the code. It's their own data. So this is how we've approached it with the razor and blade model. And so when the builder's doing the rough out or the renovation, they put in our outlet, just like the wall outlet, and we have this whole line of patented products with our plug in it, and we'll license our plug to third parties to plug in and light up the facility. Keep in mind, we're already selling to retail, and we also sell retrofit kits. And the key to all this for builders and developers is saving almost 90% of the time and costs for installations. Again, a minute or two to put this receptacle in the ceiling. They don't have to put a fixture in until they get their CO or permit, and then it's another minute to click in the fixture, the fan, or the exit sign, and you're saving time, and you don't have to use an electrician, et cetera. So the builders gravitating to this because of the cost savings, and of course the fact that it's safe is driving the industry, the regulators. And so the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, all these things that go into those all-in-one or Generation 3 or materials, this all synchronized. You click this in once, and you've got all these smart features, which is same concept as an iPhone. So we have solved this problem. When builders, reason why they don't do smart homes and build apartments, it's because it's really a problem. A lot of latency. It takes days to put in separate types of products and to have them all synchronized and work. And here in 1 minute, you click in and you've got an all-in-one product. And this is what's really compelling. That's why 97% of the homes in the U.S. are not smart, because of this problem. The SKYX Platforms, the location is ideal. It's all in one, and we have a lot of follow-on revenues, even post-sale, where you can generate revenues from residential and the professional sales. And those are things that that's in the future. Once we penetrate more of the market. And the reason why Khadija Mustafa says performance, this is the reason. Most people for example, put in a Wi-Fi extender over here against the wall, because that's where the power is. But when you put a Wi-Fi extender or repeater, which we have in the all-in-one platform in the center of the ceiling, you pick up your range of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is almost 2 to 3 times, and the speed is similar. So 2 to 3 times, because you have nothing in the way. And so this is, part of the whole idea of it being in the best location. And you can still plug a lamp in there or light. You don't lose that location for lighting. And so this is the hotels. You're taking days to make it smart versus 6 months or a year. In a 1-bedroom, you're talking about minutes. And a house could be in a couple hours. You put in the Generation 3 in all the rooms, you name the rooms, they speak to each other, you have room-to-room intercom, voice activated. It's a very elegant and a compelling solution. And so when we do that smart city, this is the key to that and why we were chosen. And Miami's like a Dubai, so we're getting a lot of attention from that. And we also think that the prefabricated modular home business is going to be very material because the putting our receptacles at the factory and then shipping them out to the site for the construction and putting the modules together, the prefab units together, and then lighting it up or fans, it takes minutes. So, this is a growing industry in the US. So overseas in Europe and in Japan, it could be over 50% are now prefabricated modular. The US is in the under 5%. So we think this is a very big growing business for us, not only in the US, of course, but internationally. And so these are all the products we have. We're in production for a lot of this stuff for the hotels, including the mirrors, that you just plug in, LED mirrors that you showed for the hotels. And so everything we have patents on, there's global patents for everything. And our big products that we're rolling out at the end of this year is the all-in-one fan and heater. We have the recessed lights, and this all-in-one smart heater fan is been very well received. We expect to be out in the market in Q4, and it's got the heater underneath. It's a turbo fan with the heater and then a regular fan. So it's all season. Gets the box heater and the ceramic heaters off the floor where a lot of injuries and deaths and fires are created. And so the retailers and the big box retailers seem to like this very much. So this is going to be an important product, and it'll be impactful for us in Q4 and into next year, and also will accelerate adoption of people bringing this home, putting in the receptacle quickly in their ceiling, and then clicking in the fan. And again, you're less ladder time. You're just walking up, clicking it in. You don't have to balance the fixture or the fan on your shoulder. So this is our go-to-market, and we've basically proven out all of these to be in the future. We'll have the more licensing and monitoring of subscriptions. Again, it's a function of getting more product out on the market, and that's a little bit of an overview.
All right, fantastic, Lenny. Great presentation as always. Enjoy the videos and the insights into how the product works here. I want to thank everybody for watching here. Again, I want to remind you if you would like to, if you have maybe additional questions or would like to schedule a meeting with management here throughout the conference, you can shoot me an email. That's Blum, BLUM, @lythampartners.com. As always, to learn more about Lytham, visit our website or be sure to follow us on LinkedIn to stay connected on future events such as the discussion here with SKYX. So we hope you all enjoy the rest of the conference. Have a great day. Again, Lenny, thanks so much for participation today.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you, Robert, for inviting us.
All right, very good. Take care, everyone.